Joining us now to talk about a very special event coming up in a month or two, end of March, depending on when you watch the show, it's a month or two. Yvette Randolph, who was with Abita Earth Fest, and you guys, this is the 10th year that you've been doing this festival, and you've told me you've been part of it for about 5 years, right?
Yeah, about half of it. So yeah,
so you've got some experience. We can.
I do.
So tell, what is the Abita Springs Earth Fest?
Well, it's sponsored by the Abita Springs Friends of the Park, which is a nonprofit group of volunteers who work very hard to promote green initiatives in town. And this festival this year, we have decided to kind of champion two green initiatives, which is planting for pollinators and alternative transportation. So
well, that's two diverse.
Yes.
Causes. We can get into both of those and spend a lot of time.
Right, exactly. Well, part of the planting for pollinators is we're going to be having a real fun little parade throughout the park. It's going to be sort of led by our local marching group, the Abita Queen Bees. Mm-hmm. It's a group that's been around since 1999 and kind of represent us in several parades. In fact, our Pushmo Parade and the Molly's St. Patrick's Day Parade, they represent us. And so they're going to be sort of leading people through the park and around town. And if you want to be a part of the parade, you can come dressed as a bee or a butterfly or a flower, whatever you'd like to do, and get a little exercise and walk around the park. So.
Are there any specific pollinators you're planting for, or is it those two you just mentioned?
I think those are the specific ones that we'll be talking about. We'll also be giving away some trees, some shrubs, and perennials at the festival. We do this every year because we want to get you outside and get you gardening. And if you have any questions about how to do that or what's going on in your garden, we will have some master gardeners on hand to answer any of your questions. So we really want everybody to show up, get a tree, and or a shrub or whatever you want to do, and get out there in your yards.
Do you have those donated? I mean, that's
yes.
probably that can't be cheap if you're if you're doing it yourself. So how does that work? Are you looking for donors, or is that all set?
We are. Well, we do get the trees, but we are also looking for sponsors to help us with that. And if you'd like to be a sponsor this year, you can either go to our Facebook page, which is Abita Springs Friends of the Park, or go to our website, which is www.abitapark.com. And that will certainly help us out. Every year, what we just try to do is just educate people on these green initiatives. So. And just how to get out. And we want to inspire people to get into our park, too. So we have a lot of activities going on in the park during the day. In particular for the kids, we're going to be doing a butterfly garden planting and some tree plantings around the park. And just some different science experiments and some science things going on. So it'll be fun learning activities, too. So
I'm assuming this draws from all over the parish, maybe even beyond, not just Abita.
Yes, it does. So it's one of those things. I think green initiatives are on a lot of people's minds these days. Our natural resources are finite. We've got to figure out how to preserve them. So,
as someone who is passionate about this, do you notice people's homes, and do you ever notice where people have been and actually listened to the advice? And
because Abita is actually on the forefront of a great campaign right now, which is called the Ready for 100 campaign. Leeanne McGee, who heads up ACES, let me see if I get this right, the Abita Committee for Energy Sustainability, she worked towards getting the electric vehicle charging stations.
That's a lot
in
to
Abita.
remember.
Yeah, it is.
And is that the alt transportation part of this?
Right, okay. Exactly, the alternate transportation. And she worked with our mayor, Greg Lemons, to get this set up, and we're going to be unveiling it at this festival. So we'll be one of the few places in our parish that has a place for you to charge your electric vehicles. And she was instrumental in doing that. And our mayor is also part of this campaign, was one of the first 25 mayors across the nation to agree to be a part of this campaign. And basically, it's a campaign getting towns to work towards being sustainable by the year 2050.
And that's forward thinking, because
Yes.
you got to assume 10,
Yes.
15 years from now, if not earlier,
Right.
we're going to have more and more electric vehicles.
Right, exactly. And our town is working towards getting solar panels on all of our government buildings. So it's we're really trying to think forward and be in the forefront of this movement.
Is this a direct result of the work that you all do, or is it a collective effort?
It's a collective effort. Yeah, it really is. So Friends of the Park, when we initially started, it was just really all about protecting the green space in our town and getting people out and involved in activities in our park. And then Leeanne started the ACES committee, and we sort of partnered up with her for the green initiatives. And we also partnered with another group, the Keep Abita Beautiful group. This is run by Adrian Jutner, and same thing, we partner with them to have recycling events. At this particular festival, we will have people there, because a lot of people don't understand that there are certain things that can go into your recycling and certain things that don't. And what I learned from Adrian was that the plastic bottles, the caps aren't recyclable, but the bottle is. So you have to take the cap off and put that in there. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things that you think, oh, I'll just throw this in there because it's plastic, but it may not actually be the type of plastic that can go into your recycling bin. So, so she's been instrumental with the Keep Abita Beautiful, and just teaching about recycling. And then also we have where you can come and sign up for a street in Abita that you live on, and then you're responsible for keeping the trash off that street. And we have, at this point, about 80% of our streets signed up for, and so we're trying to get that last 20%, and it's been working wonderfully because we just recently won an award for the cleanest small town last year, so it's working.
That doesn't surprise you. You drive through Abita and you don't see much trash.
No,
you can't say that everywhere, unfortunately, but
well,
hard work is noticed.
Yeah, well, we have a gym and we're trying to protect it.
That's great. Back on the event itself, I know like any event, I think when doing reading, you're going to have vendors and other people. So, but the first part of that is unique. You just can't come set up a booth. There's qualifications, so to speak. So tell me about that.
Yes, well, we try to keep it with to be green vendors. We have a farmers market in Abita every Sunday, and so we invite the farmers from that particular market to come out. We are just really trying to make it, handmade things, any type of recycled art. Just sort of those things, none of the plastic tchotchkes. Just trying to keep it on that, and then also any green vendors in the area that want to promote their products or their educational services.
Interesting. And how if one is interested in being a vendor, is it just a matter of going to the website or
exactly same thing? You can go to our Facebook page.
Yeah.
You give you different links to go to there on the website.
How many vendors do you normally have at this event? And is that hard to say?
It's hard to say, but honestly, at least 25 up to 50.
Yeah.
So, and it's pretty amazing.
That's a good chunk, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we love when people come out and teach the kids about recycling and have recycled art and show them that you can take things that you have already at home and create these amazing masterpieces. So, it's a lot of fun.
As the green space has evolved, because this is all about making improvements there, what's something that stands out to you, maybe over the 5 or 10 years that this has been, that you've seen it, the park go from here to here? Or is it hard to say that too? It may have been a very slow growing transformation. Well,
the Friends of the Park has always been about improving the park in little tidbits. Over the last couple of years, what we added to our playground was we added a handy accessible pathway through the park.
Yeah.
And so we kind of work towards things like that, little bit. Right now, we're going to be working towards getting some shade sails over an amphitheater. We built this beautiful amphitheater, but as we all know, here in Louisiana during the summer, gets a little hot in the sun. So we want to be able to continue our programs year-round. So right now, we're kind of working towards that so that we can have our educational programs out during the summertime. And we are also unveiling at this event a for lack of a better term, bike fix-it tower, because we have a lot of bikers.
You got a ton of bike traffic through.
The trace comes right through.
Right.
You know, we're kind of one of the main stops.
That's a brilliant idea.
So we're going to have a bike fix-it tire, and basically it'll have all the different things that you would need if you get a flat tire. It'll have a wrench. They're all connected by cables, so it'll be there, and the bikers won't have to, you know, I know they all carry the little tools, but if you happen to forget something, we'll have a place in our park for them to stop, air up their tire, that kind of thing. So once again, it's just one more of those things where we're trying to get people outside, you know, enjoy the trace, stop in our park, you know.
What else am I missing? We got a lot of information there. Anything else you want to tell us about the event, or anything in conjunction with the event and the importance of it?
Well, as with all of our events in Abita, we will have some live music. Most likely, we usually get the Fontainebleau Jazz Club and sort of that type of music, and it's always provided to us by the Abita Springs Opry. Mr. Gallen does a wonderful job of having music. So we'll have live music, we'll have kids' activities, we'll also have food and beer, Abita beer. So
you can't have a
no.
beer in a car without Abita beer, right?
So exactly. So a lot of activities, and like I said, we just want to get people outside, you know, and enjoying the park in our town.
What time does it start and what time does it stop? I assume it doesn't stop if people want to stay out there, but what are the parameters of the actual official event?
Well, the event is on March 24th, which is a Saturday. We switched it this year. We normally do it on Sundays, but we wanted to just try something a little different this year. So it'll be on March 24th, and it will run from noon till 4 p.m. So, and then it will be a lot of great lectures also. You know, we're going to have some people talking about beehives and that sort of thing with the pollinator thing. So it'll be a fun day. And
best of all, it costs nothing.
Free. We like to do that. We're going to try to keep doing it as long as we can. So, and that when we get our sponsors really help us to be able to do that. So, because we just want families to come out and enjoy themselves. Yeah.
The only other question I thought about back on the giveaway, is there a finite number of trees? I'm assuming it's not unlimited tree giveaway. How do you have to just show up to get something, or is there a drawing?
Pretty much. We usually have about 100 trees, bushes and shrubs, and then we basically just, if you are interested in having a tree, you just come up, talk, and we'll maybe sign you up for an email to get information about what's going on in town and what's going on with our group, and then just talk to one of our master gardeners, and they'll help you out with that.
They'll do it great.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything else you want to add? Did we cover it all?
I think we got everything. So
they just need to show up and learn more if they need.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So March 25th, and you were right. Abita Springs is a gem. It's a beautiful town, and congratulations on that. And I know it'll stay that way.
Yeah. Well, we're fighting hard.
Sounds good. Yvette, nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you
we'll
too.
see you around. We'll
All
see
right.
you on March 24th.